Yo, what it is, you know what it is. It's your man, King Musa. Welcome to the Cheat Sheet, where we decode success for creators, professors, and business owners. I'm your host, King Musa, and today we will be focusing on academic success and what it takes to thrive in college and who's helping to make that happen behind the scenes. We're joined today by Alison Reed, the academic success analyst with the Lumberjack Learning Commons here at SFA. She works every day to make sure students not only stay on track academically, but also understand the tools they need to succeed. I want to learn more about that. So let's hear her story and get into some real talk about academic support at SFA. Introducing Alison Reed. Yeah.
Love the energy.
I
Love it.
appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here today.
Of course,
Yes,
my
ma'am.
pleasure.
How's your day been so far?
It's been good.
Okay,
been good.
little icebreaker. I have
Yes,
to know.
I'm ready.
It's July. It's hot. Thank you for bringing the water. I know you're staying
Everywhere.
hydrated, right? What do you do to stay cool? You know, like a Splash Kingdom is open. SFA has the beautiful walks and everything. What's Allison ways?
I like to hide in the air conditioning as much as possible. And we are beach people, so we go to
Yeah.
the beach at least once a summer. too,
Okay,
so.
the beach and hiding.
Yes, air conditioning.
I think that's double hiding and double cool, so it works out.
Yes.
I like it.
All
I like it.
wins.
What's your favorite beach to go to?
It's a little away from Galveston, so it's kind of a rural fishing community.
Okay.
I always go blank when someone asks me exactly
Got
where
you.
it is.
She's trying to keep it to
Yes,
herself.
it's-
She's
it's
not trying to have
super
you out there.
Secret information.
She really means that, like to hide away. Well, we're gonna learn a little bit more about her, and I'm ready to dive in to know who she is. So, can you introduce yourself and what you do here at SFA?
Absolutely. So my official title is Academic Success Analyst.
Mhm.
I have to look at it every time because we have a lot of big words in our titles here at SFA. And I've had a lot of roles at this institution.
Let's
so
go. We
sometimes
appreciate you.
Yeah, no, it's been the love of my life, truly, working here. So the biggest part of my job, and a lot of people don't recognize the name of it, is I run a platform that's a student success platform called Navigate.
Mm.
And most
Whoa.
students, most students recognize it because they say, wait, that's how I sign up to
Yeah.
advise.
Yeah.
Which is the main reason that we use it is for advising. But we're growing and expanding in that and how to communicate with students and connect them with resources that they need and send, positive messaging and support services through it too. So that's my new baby. That's my new love.
You just got this, or like
I've
this
been
whole
doing
time
it-
you've been behind the scenes?
No.
'Cause
I'm
I'm about to be upset.
No, I just got this. I've probably done this role I've been in this role for about 8 months now.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Newer.
We're gonna find out a little bit more about it. Now I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. Now I know what it means. You know, sometimes y'all put these titles and I sit there and I'm like academic success analyst.
Lots of words
Right,
That's
you know.
to say I work here.
All right. Don't get me in trouble. Before we learn about that, which I'm really excited for though, let's take a step back. You know, where are you from? Siblings?
Yeah.
And then were your was your parents in higher ed?
No, actually,
Okay.
I have a very different story than most people here in East Texas.
Story time.
I am an Army brat, so I'm
Ah,
a transplant.
okay.
I landed here in Nacogdoches after my father retired from the military.
Okay.
So my dad's actually originally from the New York area,
Mhm.
and my mom's from Scotland. So they met in Belgium.
Yeah.
My mom worked for NATO, for the British Royal Air Force, and my father was in the
Whoa.
Army.
Okay.
So, yeah,
She worked for NATO?
she did.
Wow.
She did. She's an amazing lady.
That's Musa. Wow, you're an amazing person. That's so exciting. So where did you grow up from? I mean, I know military families go everywhere, so
We
like
do.
let's just know the different part of the world you got to know.
Yeah, absolutely. So we actually moved here when I was 7, so I
Mm-hmm.
was pretty young when I arrived in Nacogdoches. But before that, it was Oklahoma, Germany,
Yeah.
Kentucky, Oklahoma, and then when my father retired, we actually ended up here
Yeah.
because the trees reminded my mom of Scotland. So that's why we chose Nacogdoches.
Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute.
It's really special.
Yes, ma'am. Now, when you're not at work, what do you like to do for fun? I know you mentioned the beach. What are your passions and interests?
So I have one son,
Mhm.
married with one child. He is a senior this year at Sunshine Heights High School.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's very involved here at SFA. He's pretty much grown up on this
Boom.
campus.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
my son too.
So, yes, they grow up bleeding
Yep,
purple.
yep,
Absolutely.
yep.
I still have a piece of paper where he told me he spelled his first word and it said SFA. And I was like, yes, we're doing something
You know,
right.
I accept it. I accept that's not a word, but hey.
It is at that time, and we will accept that answer.
Yes.
So yeah, most of my life is about my family,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
it's my true passion. Really, is just taking care of the ones that I love. And
Yes.
we live out on a farm. We have 1,000,000 animals plus one, and just really being outdoors, trying to be fit and healthy as much as I can,
Yeah.
and just take care of my people.
Keeping up with a farm is already fit and healthy because Jesus, you have to wake up early. You just have things to do. You have things to do.
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Now, my most exciting part to learn about what you do and everything. So, can you explain your role and kind of the day-to-day of your position?
Absolutely. So the Navigate platform that I talked about, most students see that from the perspective of, I get an email that says, hey, it's time for you to book your advising appointment. They may have seen recently some of that messaging is kind of amped up a bit. We try to give like warnings saying, hey, if you have holds, here's where you need to go to get those taken care of. If you're, considering a major change, if there's pieces or parts that you need to be successful in preparation for registration before it even opens, we try to send those pushes out early and send out resources. So essentially support surrounding registration, getting advised is a big piece, but then there's stuff throughout the semester as well. So we have something that we call progress reporting, which is when faculty give feedback on how students are doing. We really focus in on like freshmen, kind of those core classes that we know students really need to do well and to be successful. And so we'll get feedback from faculty saying, hey, the student, maybe didn't do too great on that first exam, so we're worried about them. So then we do an outreach and say, hey, the ARC's got these specific tutoring sessions for you. Go get hooked up. The ARC reaches out. The advisor reaches out. Faculty say, I'm here for you. So it's a lot of layers of support to let students know.
Can I let you know it's working?
Oh,
Can I at least
day.
let you know it's working? Because y'all imagine, okay, this is like learning CGI exists, right? I'm so serious. This is like learning the bells and whistles behind, because literally, when I tell y'all the email you get at the right time, letting you know who you need to talk to, where you need to go, and just to now hear, oh yeah, I put and I'm like, wait, it's you? You're the reason why I know to sign up with Kara right before midterms, because it's time to get advised before like literally it's like someone's reading your mind and like, hey, like, get this done right now before this happens. And I'm like,
I can't take all the credit. It's a collective effort across campus.
Wow.
I push a lot of buttons in the background, and I do try to kind of set timelines so that all students, because we have advising looks a little different across all the colleges. So we do work together to streamline what that messaging looks like and kind of what the timing looks like. So all students, whether you're a business major or a forestry major, are getting similar messages and at the same time. So everyone gets the same pre-warning or extra support. I'm kind of the outlier, like the extra layer of the warm and fluffy. But I mean,
that's amazing. That's communication right there. And I love communication.
We do try.
Because literally, if you don't have cross-campus communication, sometimes it's too hard. You're working in a university, like everybody's together.
Yes, absolutely.
Anyways, more about you. Well, I know the success side, right? I got to know the challenges, right? What are some of the challenges y'all run in with your position?
So, some of the main ways that obviously we reach out to students is through email. We know students aren't always reading their email, which is fine, but there's often very important messages that come out that are so important for their success. Like, hey, we're giving you 10 days notice to let you know, here's the little pieces and parts that you might want to check out and get taken care of before registration opens. But if they don't open their email until after registration opens, they may miss out on that early warning, or they may miss out on that message that's meant to support them. We do layer in text messaging, and we have other ways of just trying to connect, and let me caveat, we are being mindful of, we don't want to inundate students, which is why we're trying to get so many people on the same page on how we do messaging. So you're not getting 40 texts a day from SFA on different topics or duplicate messages. So we're working on that. But sometimes it's hard to connect with students. And honestly, I am not in the classroom
Yeah.
right now. I'm not working very, very closely with faculty, so I don't feel as connected to students. So I personally don't hear a lot of feedback
Yeah.
on what's a meaningful way to reach out or what's a meaningful message that's missing in how we're supporting students. Like, hey, if you could get me right before midterms
Yeah.
and send me a little something, or if you could support me in this way, I would love that kind of feedback, because I think that's the piece that's missing, is hearing from the students on what they need, more so than just what we're anticipating they need.
I like Allison. She's doing so good. I don't know if they prepped her for these questions, but
No, it's from
she
the
is
heart.
doing great.
From the heart.
Oh my goodness. So from student to, faculty, the answer to that question is just ask questions. Um, I, from my position, I get to be in both sides,
Mhm.
right? And a lot of the times we have the right thing, the right resource. Either there's I don't know we had this resource,
Mhm.
right? I don't know how to use this resource or the value of this, the application of this resource,
Right.
right? Or I simply just didn't know it applies for this, right? So a
Right.
lot of it is just lack of acknowledgement, right? So I just asked to help give y'all the tip. We have a beautiful campus that little picket signs that students have to walk by
Mhm.
are enough to just say, download an app or, navigate through Navigate will bring you 1, 2, 3 these values.
Absolutely.
And so although you might think it's just a billboard, and billboards are meant for you to just pass by,
Mhm.
they sit rent free in your mind, and that's it, And so to me, I've learned that SFA has every resource we need. But if I don't know what the resource is or how to use it or
Mhm.
who it's for type thing, then I just don't, I won't go to it. I'll stay in my comfortable box of pain and suffering.
We don't want that for you.
Right,
Absolutely. So
but
we will put the
unfortunately
billboard.
students will do that. They will just sit and suffer and just, well, I'll figure it out at the end. No, we could have helped you this whole time and you didn't have to figure it out at the end, but you didn't know that Navigate gets you, like, well, I'll give you an example. I love Kara, and I love that through Navigate, I can just schedule an appointment.
Mhm.
But I was a person before, I got to call the desk and see if she's available, or I got to send out an email, and then it was too many parts of not sure I'm going to get what I need.
Right.
To know that once I press this button, I'm booked on her exact calendar, and there's no back and forth of when, where, how, all of that. That was the benefit, And
Absolutely.
so to me, and then to see, before I had Kara, I had Kelly Morgan, and she would tell me, book your next 6 appointments. Like we'll start in the beginning, and she was just like, hey, like that's for academic probation and everything. But it was just, even after academic probation, when we got back on good standing, I got used to just knowing if I book it every 2 weeks, I could see her, we're keeping up with everything. And I'm already on her calendar, and it's already open and available. So those are just a few of the benefits of using Navigate from like a student's perspective. I hope that helped. The next question, define success. This is a kind of weighted question, but to understand your style of leadership, to understand your vision, all of these things is in your definition of success. So how would you define success in your position?
It is a loaded question.
I'm sorry.
Success for me is knowing that at the end of the day, I've done something that matters. So I will often tell my supervisor, who I think you've had on the show, Megan Weatherly, I will often, yes, she definitely needs one.
Wait, I gotta turn it up. There it is.
I will often tell her just how grateful I am to be in this role, because sometimes you do a job, whatever it is, that you do a good job every day and you check the boxes of the tasks you need, but you can't see, like you were talking about in class, you can't see how it applies to the big picture, how it applies to your life, how it impacts something bigger than you. This job, I can see the direct impact of how this actually helps students.
Yes.
I'm not talking to them every day and hearing like, hey, I got your message and that would really matter to me. But sometimes I do. Sometimes I get an email and say, my husband's in class and he saw the message you sent out. You had your photo in it. He's never seen that before, but he remembers you and it really stuck with him. So to hear feedback and to know that I'm actually doing something that's impacting students every day and helping connect them to what they need to be successful.
Yeah.
To me, that's success. Just knowing that I've done something that's helped another person, especially here in a place that I love so much,
Hmm.
an institution that does so much good for so many people.
There's so I'm proud. I like that definition of success. It truly, you didn't put the weight. A lot of people will put weight on success, like it has to be some type of result based, and I get this out of it. But to know, I rather throw out the seed. I rather
Absolutely.
just make sure that there's enough things out there for people. Someone's gonna get help
Yes.
in the midst of it. It's like the shotgun effect. And most people don't talk about that. So I appreciate that.
Of course.
Yes, ma'am. Now, as we continue and we're almost at a close, there's some people who really need to understand who you are and what you do to them, application wise, right?
Absolutely.
So, can you kind of let us know where you work and like how would someone get involved with you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So just to be clear, my email address, which is available to anybody, is Alison, ALISON.REED at sfasu.edu.
Mm-hmm.
You can email me anytime. I love feedback. I love to hear ways that I can further support. So anytime. I'm also in the library on the second floor. 220D, I believe, is my office number. Students are welcome to drop by if they have feedback for me or even questions. I am not the do-all be-all, but I do connect to every hub on this campus.
Yes.
And if I don't know where to send you, I will find the person that knows where to send you, but we'll get you connected to the resources.
Mm-hmm.
For me, if anybody has feedback on ways that we can better serve students, whether it's a capacity that's specifically through Navigate or something larger than that,
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear about it. I want to be able to take it to the powers that be that are
Yeah.
in a higher tax bracket than I am, or just the people that can help me frame that vision a little bit better.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
want to take it to those so we can make it happen. If it's impactful to students, then it matters to me. So come find me.
All right. Now, how can they find Navigate in kind of a quick little?
Yeah, absolutely. So Navigate is in your My SFA.
Mhm.
So when you go into it, you can see it there. Generally speaking, it's when you go into your advising piece.
Mhm.
You'll see it there when it says, I don't even think it's listed as Navigate for students. It just says book an advising appointment. So when you go to reach out to your advisor,
Mhm.
that's the link that it sends you to. The platform is called Navigate, but you're not going to see like a tool that says Navigate.
Yeah. Once you get in, then you'll see the title
Yes.
of it.
Yeah.
That's true. My follow-up question to that is, what advice would you give to students when it comes to using Navigate and, accessing the Lumberjack Learning Commons?
Yeah, absolutely. So never hesitate to reply to a message. So we send out text and we send out email, usually with ties to resources or upcoming information that's really valuable for students.
Mhm.
You can reply to a text message that you receive on your phone, and that will go straight to the individual that sent it. If it's
I thought it was just one way. I thought it
Nope.
was one of those like
Nope.
announced.
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't realize that. We've tried to share the word that when you send a message like that out to students, you can actually add a little piece on there. Still have questions? Reply to this message. Now, obviously, it depends on the office. Do they have the capacity to answer that
Yeah,
many
yeah.
replies? In most cases, they're absolutely open to that because they're reaching out to you because they want to connect.
Mhm.
Messages that come from me are always open to that. Now, if it goes to like 7,000 students, which every once in a while they do, it may block that because it's too big.
Yeah. Okay.
But absolutely, please try if you have questions. If you don't, my email address is there. You can even just email navigate@sfasu.edu, and that comes directly to me as well as the administrator. But yeah,
Let's go.
please reply when you have questions. A lot of students I've noticed, particularly today, are reticent to reach out.
Yeah.
They're a little hesitant. They don't want to be a burden, or they think that their question may be silly. We are literally sitting there waiting
Yes.
to help you. Please let us help you. We want to answer your questions.
Absolutely. And then our final question before we go, what are some of the things y'all have coming up in these semesters or ways that students can take, full advantage of your office and, navigate?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm housed in the Lumberjack Learning Commons. So I am surrounded by some incredible offices. We've got study abroad and international programs. So obviously you can look into the pieces that they have going on studying abroad opportunities and meeting all of our incredible international students.
Mhm.
I work with the Student Success Center, the Makerspace, the ARC, Center for Teaching and Learning. So those are the people that are over Brightspace. So if you ever need help with any of that, Student Success Center has our Gen Jacks. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
surrounded surrounded by amazing people. So most of the time when you're hearing from me, you're just getting information, but my colleagues are doing incredible work, and we're all in the library.
Yeah.
So just come over, find us if you ever need us. We're all here to support you.
Everything's in the library that you need. I just don't understand. That's why it's one of my favorite spots, bro. Just be in there.
Come find us.
It's amazing. Well, I appreciate you.
Of course.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
appreciate you and all you're doing.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Alison Reed, for dropping some knowledge and encouragement today. Your work is making a difference in everyday lives of lumberjacks trying to reach their academic goals. To our listeners, don't wait till it's too late. Tap into your resources, ask for help, and take control of your success. Subscribe to the Cheat Sheet and follow us on social media and connect with us for more insight and interviews. This is King Musa signing off. Study smart, stay consistent, and keep leveling up. See y'all later.